Hi, I'm Brad Wilson, the founder and CEO of Brad's Deals. So I started Brad's Deals 20 years ago as a college student at the University of North Carolina. The school store at college was too expensive, and I just wanted to find a better way to save money for myself, and then eventually my friends, and then everybody. And didn't think of it as a business, just thought of it as a service. It was almost civil disobedience. I was sort of, mad at the school store, and I made a list on a student homepage and printed up a bunch of flyers, put them up on campus, stood out in front of the school store during orientation, passing them out, essentially passing out flyers saying, don't go inside, there's a better way. I remember looking at the server logs and seeing, oh my God, 8 people showed up, or 12 people, or 22 people, or something. And who are these? It was fascinating. The service was first called Deals du Jour, which I thought was a sort of cute, clever name, but no one could say it or spell it. So got a few years into that and just didn't think it was helpful. And then thought about what the right name was and just ended up on a very literal, what is the service? Okay, Brad's Deals. Let's just stick with that. I'll never forget this check. It was, first of all, the $15,000 prize was like the biggest deal ever. And then I had to carry this goofy check on an airplane. It was so important. I mean, it was such a massive amount of money at the time. And it was just, like, it made a big difference. I was working out of my apartment and was scared to death, honestly, of signing like some 10-year lease for something. I didn't know how many people we'd have, and you'd go look for something and they'd say, how many people do you have? And you're like, well, we have 0 now or 2 now, but we're gonna have X in 5 years, and it's not an easy thing to do. So honestly, I got this condo because I thought if we grew out of it, I could rent it or something. Like, I thought we'd have flexibility, essentially. So that was the extent of that. We literally started to get hassled by the HOA at a certain point, because they're like, why are there 10 people showing up at 9 in the morning or whatever? And it appears as if no one lives here at night. And that was another part of it. We sort of pushed that a little too far, but that was actually nice space. And it worked out. It served its purpose, and we needed to really get more of a formal professional space and a bigger space that we could grow into. And that's when we moved to 640, and we've been here an amazingly long time, which is wild. 3 different spaces, 3 different floors at this point. And this has been a great home. And 460s, we've been here 8 years, which is wild. And I really look forward to getting people back in and getting the energy back in here. And, I know things will be different, but, it'll be nice to return to some periods of normal with that, and get to see everybody and work together. My first instinct is still to say that Brad's Deals helps save people money. That's the shortest way. The longer version of what Brad's Deals does is that it's a guide to the best online shopping deals, and helps give consumers the upper hand. I'm really proud of that contribution, to have for all of us to build a business that sustains itself is one thing, but to have a business that really truly contributes to the world that we live in is a different one. That's still a really special thing.
I really believe in our mission. I really believe in what we do in making things better for consumers, bringing, creating the consumer advantage is something that we do every day. And I think that it's very valuable. I think that we have such a confusing, consumer marketplace these days. It's, everything is telling you best sale today, only shop now, time's running out. And it's every single day they're saying that. And there's scams. We know that we can't trust, the reviews that we read. There's all these things, and we're just helping cut through that and give people a sense of justified security and knowing that somebody is actually, looking and saying, no, this actually is a good deal.
I kind of run the customer service department, so I see a lot of the actual communication that comes through directly to us. We get our fair share of people who have issues, but then we get like the one grandma who writes in and says, I was able to, get my grandson the gift he wanted, the one gift he wanted this year because you guys saved me money on it. And those are the kind of stories that like keep me coming back, because, it's a shopping website, but saving people money, especially now, right now, it's like you are helping people. And so that's kind of what keeps me happy here, is just hearing those like heartwarming stories where we actually did help, a little kid get what he wanted for Christmas.
Well, and I also think that Brad's Deals also provides a real service to retailers and sellers that are good, that are legitimate, that aren't trying to defraud them and confuse them. We're giving them our stamp of approval.
We came through the pandemic with flying colors. We really shined throughout that whole period and jumped ahead a few years from an adoption standpoint, and are growing the business at as fast a clip as we have in several years, which is phenomenal. It's one of the things I really wanted to have happen, and for the last 12 months we've been making that happen.
In the future, I'm looking forward to Brad's Deals expanding what we do and reaching more people with the kind of content that they want to receive. A lot of our offerings right now are focused on products, but there are so many other things that people spend money on, and we can help them be better consumers in all areas of their life. I
feel really strongly that almost any consumer vertical can benefit from our model of sort of not being an automated algorithmic approach to making a consumer decision, and having a team of humans, helping you make a personal decision in so many different consumer sectors, and I think it's also important that we are very intentional about creating more touch points with consumers, and it's hard not to feel enormous pride at what we've all built, both as a service that helps consumers, that friends, family, everybody else, and also to build a sustainable business that's 20 years old. There are not many of those, and it's really an accomplishment that we've all collectively done that. It's amazing, and yet it still feels like there's so much to do, and I'm as excited as anybody about what comes next, and seeing where we can take this from here.